Good morning, everyone. I'm Kurt Schmoke. I'm the president of the University of Baltimore, and it's my pleasure to welcome everyone here as we honor Sister Helen Amos. Honor is being bestowed by the Schaefer Center of Public Policy at the University of Baltimore. The Schaefer Center was created to honor the legacy of the innovative, people-oriented, energetic mayor, governor, comptroller of Maryland, William Donald Schaefer. It was started in 1985. The center is very involved in the community, providing applied research for public policy leaders, also helping to nurture really a whole new generation of young people and leaders in our community. The center annually bestows upon someone an award in the name of William Donald Schaefer, and this year we are proud to bestow that on Sister Helen Amos. The award in particular recognizes not only expertise in a chosen field, but an involvement in the community. And clearly, Sister Helen has been a well-known leader, outstanding civic leader, as well as the manager of a great health institution. Some of the previous recipients of this award have been Senator Paul Sarbanes, State Superintendent of Education Nancy Grasmick, Congressman Elijah Cummings, and the acting administrator of Social Security Administration, Carolyn Colvin. So I think Sister Helen's in good company here with this award. I have the pleasure this morning of introducing the person who will bestow that award on Sister Helen, and that is Dr. J. Perman. Dr. Perman, as you know, is the fifth chancellor of the University System of Maryland. Prior to that, he was the president of the University of Maryland, Baltimore, where he did not only outstanding work as a health professional and a pediatrician, but he worked so hard on civic engagement to get the community, particularly the West Baltimore community, uplifted as a partner with the University of Maryland, Baltimore. So I guess for this particular event, it's also worth noting that he's recognized as one of America's best doctors. So it's my pleasure now to introduce the Chancellor of the University System, Dr. J. Perman.
Thank you, President Schmoke. I am absolutely thrilled to be here today to present the William Donald Schaefer Award to my close friend and colleague, Sister Helen Amos, who is Executive Chair of the Mercy Health Services Board of Trustees. I imagine there were many Marylanders vying for the privilege of conferring this honor on Sister Helen, and I'm deeply grateful it's been given to me. Sister Helen embodies Governor Schaefer's commitment, not just to the city of Baltimore, not just to the state of Maryland, but to their people. That's a distinction some may find hard to grasp until you see Sister Helen in action. It's in her work that you see singular dedication to healing people, to lifting them up, giving them a voice, assuring them that they're loved. Sister Helen and I do have health care in common. She's long been a highly successful executive in the industry, and she absolutely understands healthcare from that vantage point, the vantage point of being an industry leader. But she also brings an extraordinary amount of care and compassion and intuitive understanding of what it takes to make someone feel better. Beyond the professional expertise and technical capabilities, that might reassure one intellectually, but leaves one cold spiritually. When I was chair of the pediatrics department at the University of Maryland School of Medicine, I formed a board of visitors for our children's hospital. Many people told me to ask Sister Helen to serve, so I did, and we were richly blessed with her counsel. We were so much better for it, for her skill and her warmth in equal measure. Sister Helen, of course, has long been dedicated to women's health, which we all know is too often neglected, overlooked, demonstrably under-researched. Under her leadership, Mercy created the Weinberg Center for Women's Health and Medicine and its flagship programs in gynecologic oncology and breast cancer diagnosis and treatment. Moreover, Sister Helen has built on Mercy's rich legacy of service to the most vulnerable among us. It's in her advocacy for the homeless that Sister Helen's service finds such a steady hand and powerful voice. She is the immediate past chair of the Leadership Advisory Group for Baltimore's 10-year plan for ending homelessness. As such, she's rightly credited with cultivating support for expanding medical services, especially mental health services for homeless populations, for expanding and improving Baltimore's shelter system, and for developing affordable housing for people who live on the edge. Sister Helen's love for this city also manifests itself in her service on civic boards, including the Downtown Partnership of Baltimore. In fact, her leadership on that board was an immense gift to me when I was asked to serve as Downtown Partnership Chair. I benefited from Sister Helen's advice and her uncanny understanding of people, what they want, what they need, and why. Sister Helen's leadership has benefited Cristo Rey Jesuit High School, Mercy High School, the Archdiocese of Baltimore, the Greater Baltimore Committee, and the United Way of Central Maryland. We have certainly worked her hard. Of course, we all do it because our entreaties to her are always answered, and the outcome is always immeasurably better for Sister Helen's wisdom and hard work. I've long had deep admiration for Sister Helen, and yes, great love. It's my profound honor to congratulate Sister Helen Amos, winner of the 2020 William Donald Schaefer Award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Perman and President Schmoke. You put me in august company with previous recipients of this award. I have to mention in particular my friend, Dr. Nancy Grasmick. Years ago, she invited me to co-chair her visionary panel for better schools, which turned out to be a really broadening experience for me, as well as an opportunity to witness her own visionary leadership. I also thank you for giving me the opportunity to say how entirely indebted I am to everyone associated with Mercy Health, and to accept this recognition really in their name. The physicians, nurses, staff, day in and day out, they faithfully serve the city of Baltimore and its people. It's really my privilege to work alongside them and support them in all that they do. In just a few years, 2024, Mercy will celebrate the 150th anniversary of its founding by the Sisters of Mercy. Throughout its long history, Mercy Medical Center has demonstrated a deep and steadfast commitment to the city, providing more than $70 million a year in community benefits, including $14 million in free or reduced charity care. But what I take special pride in is the fact that more Baltimore City babies are born at Mercy than at any other hospital. And I'm told we're on track to deliver almost 3,000 new Baltimore citizens this year. Through a variety of hospital programs and with community partners, we continue to address persistent issues of violence, addiction, and homelessness. Also, we're the occupational health provider for Baltimore City Police, firefighters, EMS teams, and city workers. You know, what's so important to me is that while Mercy has been expanding our geographic outreach, we've been maintaining our historic allegiance to the city. We now draw patients into the city from every zip code across Maryland, thanks to our growing centers of excellence and our network of clinical sites that ring the Baltimore Beltway. What Mercy is today is really a credit to the hundreds of Sisters of Mercy who preceded me. Among them, let me single out Sister Mary Thomas Zinkand, who enjoyed a special relationship with William Donald Schaefer and his mother, Talulu Schaefer. Decades ago, when Mr. Schaefer was controller of the state of Maryland, Sister Thomas and I visited him at his Midtown office. Our mission that day was to solicit his service as an honorary chair of a capital campaign we were about to launch, a job he graciously agreed to. But we actually spent most of the meeting on stories about the friendship between his mother and Sister Thomas. He loved those stories, and trust me, he had many of them. Mr. Schaefer was also a great friend of Mercy's longtime trustee, Walter Sondheim. I can't help thinking that were Walter alive today, he would undoubtedly be a candidate for this very award, bearing the name of his close friend. I can still see the two of them seated side by side at the dedication of Mercy's Weinberg Center. It's Mercy's honor and privilege to serve this great city. And under the leadership of our new president and CEO, Dr. David Main, we look forward to building on our record of commitment to Baltimore. Dr. Main and our trustees, our administration, our whole team are determined to solidify Mercy's position as an independent and innovative Catholic health system. We'll be preserving our historic mission to serve the underprivileged, but we aspire to be the health system of choice in our market by continuing to offer cost-effective care and being a leader in quality, patient experience, value. So again, let me just say, I'm deeply grateful for this prestigious honor, made all the more meaningful by carrying the name of Baltimore's beloved Do It Now Mayor, Maryland Governor, and all-time public servant par excellence, William Donald Schaefer. I will proudly and happily share this award with the entire Mercy family. Thank you so very much, and God bless you.
Leadership is critical to any organization, and it is critical to every government organization, and it is critical to the success of the United States, frankly, not just the Baltimore area, not just Maryland. So the role that the Schaefer Center plays in educating and training people to be leaders in government, local, state, and federal for that matter, it is really a benefit that the University of Baltimore offers through the Schaefer Center for Public Policy. I'm Jim Smith. I'm the chair of the advisory board of the Schaefer Center, and I'm joined by a number of the board members, as well as we've asked President Schmoke to stay so that we could wrap up with his presence, and Jay Perman. Whenever you can get Jay Perman, you hold on to him. So we held on to him, and of course, Sister Helen is she's the prime figure for today's celebration, quite frankly. But we hope you enjoyed all the programming that preceded this presentation to Sister Helen, and that you benefited from it. I want to thank Roger Hartley, the Dean of the School of Public Service and Public Policy at the university. I want to thank President Schmoke for his support of the Schaefer Center. I want to thank the board members who are here, and some of the committee that actually put this event together are also here. And so I want to recognize Stu Silberg, who's a very active board member on the Schaefer Center. And I want to thank Bob Douglas. I want to thank Sandy Hillman. I want to thank Nancy Gordon, who is here. I want to thank Lainey Lebo-Sachs, Mike Golden, and I hope I haven't missed anybody. But I also want to thank Ann Cotton. Ann Cotton is the executive director of the Schaefer Center, and she has been just an incredible asset to the University of Baltimore. She also guided the committee in setting this up, and she really is responsible for just about everything that happens there. And what happens there is the training of future employees of state and local and federal government, and the opportunity for students to get in-service internships that really expose them to the future that we hope they will take, because we need dedicated and equipped young people to go into government. So I thank Ann on behalf of the board, and I thank her for all that she does in order to move the Baltimore and the region and the state forward in a very important area of need in our community. I also want to thank all of you for joining us in this participation of today's events. We hope that you have benefited from the exposure that you've gotten. I certainly want to thank our mistress of ceremonies, Beverly Burke, as well as I want to thank Tom Murphy, the former mayor of Pittsburgh, and also the panelists who lent their experience in leadership and responded to questions and issues that every leader is going to contend with. And that's our state treasurer, Nancy Kopp, the president and CEO of the University of Maryland Medical System, Mohan Suntha, and Marianne Scully, the president and CEO of Howard Bank. They shared their knowledge and experience with everyone who participated in attending the program, and I'm confident that everyone benefited from it. This is the 100th birthday of William Donald Schaefer, who is the inspiration for the Schaefer Center, quite frankly, and whose legacy is huge in and of itself. But we want to carry that legacy into the future. The board wants people to continue to remember what a leader is like and what a leader can accomplish, and have new leaders, young people coming in and getting the benefit of William Donald Schaefer without him even being here. So it really is, that's our mission, and today was a giant step forward in meeting that mission. So again, I thank everybody for joining us, and I hope that you truly have benefited from the experience.